A 1997 P. Roosevelt Dime worth $36,000 sounds like the kind of story people make up online. After all, we're talking about a coin worth just 10 cents, a coin that disappears into cash registers, couch cushions, and parking meters every single day. But here's the surprising truth. A handful of extraordinary 1997 P dimes have captured serious attention from collectors because of rare errors, exceptional preservation, and circumstances that transformed ordinary pocket change into genuine treasure. And somewhere out there, one could still be hiding in plain sight. Most treasure hunts begin with something obviously valuable: gold coins, silver dollars, ancient artifacts. The hunt for a 1997 P dime is different. This is the kind of treasure people accidentally spend. In 1997, the Philadelphia Mint struck enormous numbers of Roosevelt dimes for circulation. The small P Mint mark beside the date identifies coins produced there. Nothing about the coins screamed rarity. Nothing suggested future collector interest. Millions entered circulation and blended into everyday life. That's exactly why so many people overlooked them. And that's where treasure hunters gain an advantage. Because sometimes the most valuable discoveries aren't hidden. They're ignored. The late 1990s were busy years for American coinage. Cash transactions were everywhere. Coin-operated machines were common. Demand for circulating coins remained strong. Inside the mint, presses worked relentlessly. Blank planchets entered machines by the thousands. Finished dimes poured out at incredible speed. The system was designed for efficiency, but no system is perfect. Dies wore down. Equipment shifted. Foreign material entered the striking process. Small mechanical problems occasionally escaped detection. Those mistakes created the coins collectors search for today. Every dime begins as a simple metal blank. Large sheets of metal are punched into round discs called planchets. Those blanks are cleaned and prepared for striking. Next comes the critical moment. The planchet enters a coining press where two dies strike it with tremendous pressure. One strike creates Roosevelt's portrait, the other forms the torch, oak branch and olive branch design. When everything functions correctly, the result is a normal dime. When something goes wrong, treasure can be created. Our first clue is easy to miss. A die crack forms when the steel die begins developing fractures after repeated use. Each coin struck afterward carries a raised line matching that crack. Small die. Crack examples on 1997 P dimes often sell for $59 to $50. Larger cracks crossing important design areas may bring $100 to $350. The value comes from the story behind the flaw. Collectors aren't buying a line. They're buying evidence of a die slowly failing under enormous pressure. This is where the hunt becomes much more exciting. An off-center strike occurs when a planchet enters the press incorrectly positioned. Part of the design never lands on the coin. The result is dramatic and immediately visible. Minor off-center examples can sell for $50 to $150. Strong examples showing significant displacement often bring $500 to $2,000. The most desirable examples still display the full date. Collectors want both the error and the identification. Finding both on the same coin can create serious demand. Many experienced coin hunters consider doubled dies among the most exciting discoveries in circulation. This error begins during die manufacturing. Design elements appear doubled because of misalignment during the creation process. Letters may show separation, numbers may appear duplicated. Parts of Roosevelt's portrait may display visible doubling. Minor doubled dies typically sell between $75 and $250. Strong, authenticated examples can reach $800 to $3,500. Because true doubled dies are relatively scarce, collectors pay close attention whenever a new variety is identified. Sometimes the mint accidentally creates one-of-a-kind coins. A tiny piece of grease, cloth fiber, or metal fragment can become trapped between the die and the coin during striking. The obstruction prevents part of the design from forming. The result is a struck-through error. Smaller examples usually sell for $30 to $120. More dramatic struck-through errors often command $250 to $1,000. No two examples are identical. That's one reason collectors find them so fascinating. Each one represents a unique accident. Before striking even begins, mistakes can occur. Coin blanks are punched from large metal strips. Occasionally, the punching process overlaps a previous cut. That creates a blank with a missing curved section. After striking, the finished dime displays a clip. Small clips generally sell between $25 and $80. Large clips with strong visual impact can bring $150 to $700. They're among the easiest errors for new collectors to identify. One glance is often enough. A normal dime is struck inside a collar that controls its shape. When the collar fails, the metal expands outward during striking. This creates a broad strike. Broad-struck 1997 P dimes often sell between $50 and $300. Exceptional examples can exceed $600. The unusual appearance makes them popular with collectors who enjoy dramatic mint mistakes. Not every damaged die produces a simple crack. Sometimes a portion breaks away completely. The missing section leaves a raised blob of metal on future coins. Collectors call this a cud. Smaller cuds may sell for $75 to $250. Major cuds often command $500 to $1,500 or more. Some are so dramatic they appear almost sculpted. They're among the most visually striking errors collectors encounter. Now we reach the factor that often matters more than the error itself. Condition. Two identical error dimes can have dramatically different values. One may sell for $100, the other may sell for several thousand. Why? Because preservation matters. Professional grading services evaluate every detail: luster, surface quality, strike sharpness, eye appeal. A coin graded MS65 may attract interest, and MS67 becomes much tougher to find. And MS68 enters elite territory. At the highest levels, populations shrink rapidly. Competition grows. Prices climb, and suddenly an ordinary dime becomes a collector prize. Most 1997 P dimes are worth face value. Most error examples sell for modest premiums, but every so often, an extraordinary coin appears. A major mint error, exceptional preservation, rare characteristics, professional certification, strong collector demand. When all of those ingredients combine, values can soar far beyond what anyone expects from a dime. That's how stories of 1997 P dimes associated with values approaching $36,000 emerge. Not because every dime is valuable, because a tiny number survive in conditions and forms that are extraordinarily difficult to duplicate. So the next time you're handed change at a store, don't rush to spend every dime. Take a closer look. Check the date. Inspect the surfaces. Look for cracks, clips, doubling, broad strikes, and other unusual features. Because treasure hunters understand a simple truth. The greatest discoveries rarely announce themselves, and somewhere tonight, hidden inside a coin, jar, tucked away in an old collection, or waiting quietly in someone's pocket, a remarkable 1997 P dime may still be waiting for the person who finally notices what everyone else missed. The real question is, how many valuable dimes have already passed through your hands without you ever knowing it?